Have you ever thought about what it would be like if you were able to generate over $20,000 in 1 month with your online store with absolutely no experience prior? Well, my students are taking full advantage of this opportunity to do this and learn exactly how to do it profitably with my team and I by their side. In this video, I'll be interviewing one of my 5-figure going on 6-figure students, Chloe. We're gonna be covering absolutely everything on how she was able to generate over $20,000 in less than 60 days while working with us and applying the knowledge that we were able to help her learn. Now, you all know we can talk about revenue all day, every day, but what is revenue if you cannot show profit? So we'll even be revealing that on how she was able to accomplish all of this, the profit she was able to obtain, all by having this as her secondary job. I'm not gonna leave a single thing out on the table with this interview, so make sure that if you're watching, strap in, grab a pen, grab a paper, because the knowledge in this case study review is going to be limitless. Hey guys, what's going on? My name is AC Hampton. I'm the founder and owner of Supreme Ecom, where we help people start, test, and scale up profitable dropshipping stores and e-commerce brands. Like I mentioned, this interview will be absolutely limitless on value, so make sure that you stay tuned to see how you can start getting results with your own e-commerce store. Before we head into it, you guys know I give out a free one-on-one consulting call each and every single week to streamline your success with e-commerce and answer all of your questions. And I'll be announcing the winner from last week somewhere inside this video, so make sure you stay tuned. For the opportunity to win this, all you have to do is in the comment section below, comment the word Supreme Ecom with your biggest takeaway from this video. We're about halfway through this month and spots in my one-on-one mentorship are filling fast. I am now down to only 6 available spots left, so if you're ready to start working on your own online business successfully and profitably, head over to my Instagram at AC_Hampton, DM me the word mentorship, or apply with the link down in my description, and I'll reach out and help you get started. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and bring Chloe right in. What's going on, everybody? I have one of my star students here at Supreme Ecom, Chloe, ready to give a breakdown of her journey, some of the experience that she's had inside this one-on-one mentorship, and some of the results that she's been able to achieve over these last couple of weeks. And I'm excited to go ahead and share her success. Chloe, go ahead and introduce yourself and let everybody know where you're from.
Well, hello, everyone. First of all, thank you, Alex, so much for having me today. It's an honor. My name is Chloe. I'm from Lebanon, but I live in Spain. So funny enough, quite far from where you're at, but we always made it work, and I'm really grateful for that.
Awesome. From all around the world. I love to see it. Well, I have a couple questions for you today, and I wanted to go ahead and start going down a couple of them to get everybody a better opportunity of knowing your background, why you guys started, what made you interested in this mentorship, the results that you've been able to achieve, and so much more. So how does that sound?
All right, sounds great.
So question number 1 I have for you is, when and why did you join this one-on-one mentorship?
Actually, funny enough, the reason I joined the mentorship was from a book. So I was reading a self-development book, and it asked me a question like, what would be one thing you would do today to make you closer to your goal? And I was doing a lot of things and everything, and I felt like, okay, I need knowledge, I need guidance, and I think that would properly get me into the next step. So you reached out to me, and the rest is history.
The rest is history. I love that. And when was that? Was that like a couple weeks ago? Was that a couple of months ago? When was that?
That was like 2 months ago, two and a half, 2 months ago.
Yeah. I love to see it. So right now, I know that you been hustling, you've been on your grind, you've been growing your dropshipping store. I know you still work, another job as well. So is this your primary or secondary income?
So right now, actually, this is my full focus. I put myself fully dedicated to this. I'm also a designer, so I do like freelancing design, and that allowed me to invest all that money into the dropshipping business right now. But I'm ready to go full at it. I see the value in it, and I see the possibilities in it, and I'm really excited for that.
I love to see. And just to base your experience off of my experience, I will say that the second that I invested 100% into myself, like went all in and said, this is what I'm going to do full time, that's when things really started to change. So I'm excited to go ahead and hear that from you. And I'm so excited to know that you're putting your foot forward and putting this all in for yourself. So congratulations on that again. So why did you want to join my mentorship, like specifically mine? I mean, obviously there's a lot of mentorships. There's a lot of YouTube people out here. Like, why did you join mine over other people?
Yeah, so actually funny story is there were a lot of people contacting me at that time where I chose like, okay, I need some guidance. So a lot of people contacted me, and actually I had a call with another guy, but turns out that guy wasn't even practicing drop shipping. He had no idea what he was doing. He was just trying to sell a course to sell a course. And what I really liked about you is like, honestly, first, I follow you from a long time on YouTube, and I always found your energy super uplifting with a smile, always grateful for the things and very transparent. And that was something I really, really liked about you. And other than that, I also liked that you were doing like a one-on-one mentorship. So it wasn't just a course, it was like weekly calls. We're going to guide you through every step. If you have any questions, we're there for you 24/7. And that was the point where I'm like, okay, this is exactly the mentorship I want.
I love that. I love that. And like you said, it's always tailored to you, and specifically like finding somebody who has knowledge in the area that you're trying to succeed in. I definitely reside with that a lot. I know what you're trying to do, and what you're trying to do is streamline your success, and you don't want to waste time. You don't want to waste energy in the wrong direction. And I'm just happy that you get to be a part of the family. So what was your like main incentive to join? Was it like reading that book and seeing that paragraph and just saying, I'm going to go all in? Or what was that like trigger, like that day of when you actually said, I'm going to go all in? What was that trigger moment?
Okay, I think the trigger moment was definitely, so it kind of happened like that. So it was from the book. Then I attracted like you. And at first I was skeptical, like to be completely honest, I was not sure because I've heard a lot of horror stories around mentorships and people wanting to steal that money. And of course, I also had that call prior with that other mentor, and it wasn't going the way I wanted. So I was asking a lot of questions, but then I was like, okay, Chloe, just stop being super into the fear mode and just go for it. Because if I was going to be in fear, I was just going to be paralyzed. And I had to like talk to myself and be like, okay, Chloe, go for it. Just risk it. No matter what it is, go for it. Give it a chance. And it was a really good decision from my side. So glad I took that risk and decided to not let fear paralyze me.
I love that. And like I've always said before, you can never truly fail if you're investing in yourself. A good decision, a bad decision, even if it's the most risky thing you've ever done, if you're doing it to better yourself and better your life and better what you're doing and your surroundings or your family or whatever goals you have, I mean, you can never fail that way. So I'm happy that you took that initiative, and it's probably going to align you throughout the rest of your life, taking a decision like this to start taking more decisions that you're now fully more confident in investing in yourself. So if you weren't doing dropshipping right now and you weren't doing this as your full-time career, then now tell me what you'd be doing instead if this was not what you were doing.
I think I would still do e-commerce. I would do branded e-commerce. So I would probably build my own brand, find something to sell. And at the same time, I think I'm also very passionate about mindset. So I would go into helping people with mental health or some kind of coaching because I love that world of self-development. So it would be kind of a world between those two. And also, of course, I would be traveling the world. So yeah.
Trying to get like you. Let me go ahead and start traveling the world too. I love that. I love that. So whenever you were first starting the mentorship off, you were taking advantage of the 7-day-a-week customer support. You were taking advantage of the one-on-one calls. Like, when was those moments starting to trigger where you were like, okay, this is actually working for me?
All right. So actually, at first, I was doing a lot of, it was really nice, the whole product validation and so on. It was very, very valuable. But at the same time, I had to test a lot of products before finding that big winner. So at first, I was just testing, doing the product page, doing everything like from scratch, finding the supplier, being so happy that I found a good validated product. And then it wouldn't work. And then I had to do it again and again and again. And then I remember at one moment I was feeling frustrated, like, okay, I'm working so hard and still I wasn't seeing like the real results I wanted. And I remember one of your mentors called Ramon. He's a super nice guy. And he just told me, Chloe, trust the process. And I think that was a sentence that was so like the big boom, boom, like, it opened my eyes because I was like, okay, I'm going to trust the process. This is going to work for me. I just have to put myself like all in and like believe it's going to work. That's it. And so that's when I started doing that. and I went full in, and then suddenly I just found a winner, and money was coming in, revenue was coming in, and I was really happy. And that's when it worked, you know.
Trust the process. I'm actually going to go ahead and literally walk out here into the rest of the office after this interview. I'm going to go ahead and share that part that you just said to Ramon, because that is honestly so true. Because at the end of the day, everybody that is a mentor here at Supreme Ecom is 6 and 7 figure mentors. And it's all came not just from finding winning products or knowing how to drive traffic to your store. It came from the mentality, and the fact that like he bridged that mentality gap between you and kind of the success that you needed. That is like one of the best things I've ever heard. So I just appreciate you saying that.
It was exactly that. It was all about mindset. So because at the beginning it was like I was doing a product and then having all my hopes that that was going to be the winner product, and then when it wasn't, it would put me down. So when I trusted the process, it was like, okay, if it's 1, 2, 3, 4 products that I'm going to test, I'm still going to get at it. And suddenly when I had that small shift, it came to me much faster and much more effortless. Like I wasn't going down after each failure. It was just like, okay, let's just go back at it again and try again.
And talking about the change of mentality and the change of success and how that helped you get to the position that you're now at, go ahead and let me see some of your results. Go ahead and share your screen, and let's go ahead and show everybody what you did whenever you change your mentality around.
Sweet.
All righty. So crazy right here, even just starting off with the 20K. Run me through what's going on here.
All right. If you want, let me refresh. So we see these are real results right here.
We don't use no screenshots over here, right?
No screenshots over here. As you say, women lie, men lie, but numbers don't. And this is exactly it. So as you can see, I started my mentorship May 1st, and I was able to generate $20,000 and $300, which is amazing. My conversion rate is about 2.68%, which is amazing as well. And the average order value, we were able to bring it up to $48. And my product is $40. So we were able to do that with the applications and all the tips you guys helped with.
I love that. I love that. And honestly, seeing this and compared to where you actually started off with is just a blessing to be able to see. And having a great conversion rate like this and having this amount of sales and even selling a product that, like you said, is $40, you're not sitting here trying to sell products that are $500 to $1,000 just to get to this revenue. You had consistency going right here. I mean, look at it. I mean, you can see by the graph every single day, it's starting to go up a little bit more every single day. So what was it like starting to see that consistency, and like what made it continue to keep going up?
So it was, well, from the course, of course, you taught how to scale. So that was very valuable. So it was like all about learning how to, okay, it's working. Now, how do I double that? How do I triple that? And so also reading the metrics, that was super important. So reading what's going wrong, what's going right, and doubling on what's going right, and then trying to fix what's going wrong. So for example, if CPM is high or CTR is low, how to work with that to generate even more revenue and more profit. And that helped a lot to be able to scale to this number.
That's a good answer. And honestly, something I always try saying is probably one of my favorite things about dropshipping is every single problem has a solution. Like every single problem has a solution. If your front end metrics are messing up, you can start doing creative testing or do whatever you need to do to start getting traffic cheaper to your website. If your website's not converting, then you fix your product page around because you're already bringing good traffic. Like there's always a solution. And I'm happy that you're able to bring that up to speed for everybody.
It was actually quite a good learning process because sometimes it was this problem, another time it was this problem. So it was always like different problems and trying to find a solution towards that. So that was also really interesting to see that it's not always like one thing or the other. Like it's like a formula, and you try to understand what's going well for you and what's not.
And then cutting that fat on what's not, you know what I'm saying? But obviously we all know that this is amazing results to see, but we all know it also didn't probably start off like this. So go ahead and run me through the beginning of the journey and kind of what it looked like when you were first starting off.
So when I first started off, you can see that the month prior to that, I was doing 1K a day, almost, not even like $700 a month. Not 1K a day, sorry, a month. and my conversion rate was very low. So I was kind of just trying my own stuff that I learned from YouTube, but it wasn't really following a very well strategy or a very well structured system. And so that's why the numbers were incredibly low. And I was also doing like influencer marketing, which was good. Like the profit was good. However, it was just taking so much time, and like affiliate marketing to just like contact all the influencers and all of that. I felt like I was missing out on Facebook ads, and I had to take that next step.
So is that kind of like the main reason that you ended up doing Facebook ads and running online marketing, is because of more of the automation? Is that what your main focus was?
Yeah, I think so. Influencer marketing, I felt like that was a nice lesson, because I also like wanted to figure that out. But I feel like it needs also a system in place for it to properly work. And I feel like Facebook ads, I saw a lot of good like people that were successful with Facebook ads, and I had belief in that. So I felt like that would be nice to just have an algorithm work for you while not necessarily putting a lot of hours in, like while sleeping, the ads are working, and you wake up with money and you wake up with revenue. And that was really nice. So, and also Facebook ads is such a big part of e-commerce that I didn't want to miss out on.
No, it definitely is. It definitely is. Well, it's crazy seeing that $20,000 from literally day one of joining the mentorship to day 60. And then from the month before that, hitting $766 in sales. I know that you had the mentality. I know that you believed in yourself. But when you saw this actually changing around, like, how did you feel at that moment?
Oh, that was like life-changing, because I felt like finally all the work, all the hard dedication that I was putting out on for this finally started to pay off. And that made me believe in it even 10 times more, because okay, I see what all of these success stories are about on YouTube. If they can do it, you can do it. And I always believed that. And it was so satisfying to finally see some revenue come in, and finally see some good numbers. And yeah, it was a nice shift.
I love that. I love that. So what was like 1 month looking in? Like, so when you were 1 month into the mentorship, what was that looking like as well?
So the first month coming in, I made about $6,824. So not even like didn't reach the 10K. And that's why, like with the mentorship, it allowed me, I realized that, okay, the first month I was learning, I was testing, but then the second month is where it really took off. And now I feel like the third month is gonna even be even crazier, because it is scaling. It's not like constant. So the first month I made 6.8K, and then the second month I made 13K, which is almost a double. So I can only see that hopefully doubling and tripling.
I love
with
that.
all the
I love
knowledge.
that. Well, I love that, because you can see from like going from $700 to not even hitting a rack in a month, to 6.8K the second month, to 13K the third month. And now you're about 2.5 months away from the most profitable season of the year, with Q4 coming up too. So
Yes.
I'm thinking not even double, but this is like, we're about to triple this. We're about to quadruple this. Like, it's really going to go crazy. And you have the foundation now. Like, you understand what the actual problems are. You understand how to provide solutions. You understand the essence of finding the right types of products. And now it's just with that foundation, taking that and taking it to the next level. And you're really there. Like, you're actually really there. And I just want to say, I'm really excited for you.
Thank you. And this was all possible because of you and all the team, Ramon, Michael, everyone that contributed to this success. And I'm really thankful for you guys.
Hey, well, we appreciate you more. I'm gonna go ahead and allow you to stop sharing your screen, and we'll go ahead and get a last couple questions in. All righty. So we all know what is revenue, if we can't talk about profit. So go ahead and just run me through a little bit of like profit before you started, and then kind of just where you're at now and how all that's been able to come together.
So the profit before I started was few hundred. So as I said, influencer marketing, even though the revenue was low, the return on investment was good, especially with affiliate marketing. So you didn't really have to pay the influencers just based on commission, basically. So that was good. It was few hundred, but not really those crazy numbers. Second month in my mentorship, I really started learning how to how to test products, validate products. And so even though that month I got some revenue, I didn't really get a lot of profit either, because I was testing a lot, I was learning. Now on that second month, I was able to generate 11% profit, which is about 1.5K. And now at the end, and the funny thing is the 1.5K came at the end of the month in a very short period. So it was when I just found the winning creative. So I feel like this was all a learning process, but this last part of the month was when it really started to take off. And when I found the right stuff to do, the right creative, and this just makes me so excited to see what's coming up next.
And it's crazy because like when you do find that right creative, I mean, at the end of the day, you could be testing. I always try telling people all the time, like I might test out with a product. I might lose $400 on this product. And then in 1 week, I might make $2,000 profit just because I just wasted, or not wasted, but because I just put a lot of effort into the time of finding a creative, finding the audience, finding what works. I spent the money on collecting the data. And then once I understood how to take that data and take advantage of it, all that money just came right back into my pockets. So I'm really happy that you said those things, because it's true. Like it might not be easy right away. You might not be able to get thousands and thousands of dollars profit right away. But when you understand what your audience wants, you understand the right type of creative to give them, and you understand how to get that traffic to your store, it's literally go time at that point. So that's a very good, transparent answer that you just provided. So tell me a couple of things that you learned while on this journey that you think maybe others should know.
So a couple of things is set your expectations right. I think that was a big lesson in the journey. And I think I would have loved to have that even entering. I think that would make the whole process easier, because if you expect that, okay, you're going to learn and the next day you're going to become rich, that's a lie. Like that's not going to happen. It's not a get rich quick scheme. So it's a lot of work, a lot of dedication. Even if you see you're testing products, losing money at first, just trust the process, which was like the biggest lesson out of here. And yeah, I think it's just be ready to like put yourself, like dedicate yourself. It's not going to be just a fast journey around, of course, 2 months is fast, of course, but it's not like the second day you're going to make these crazy numbers that all these YouTubers make out of their experience, because they're very experienced people. And I think it comes through experience.
Okay, I love that. So if you had to say one sentence, one line on what you think you've learned the most from this experience, what would you say it is?
Trust the process.
Trust the process. I love that. I love that. And then my last question I have on the day for you is, who do you think would struggle inside this mentorship, and who do you think would do really well inside of it?
I think the people that would struggle would be exactly like the people that are not putting enough the work and are not really like following it. So something that I was doing was I was attending every single call, never missing out, like 100% committed. And so I think if someone is not going into this journey 100% committed, then it's going to be a struggle for them. And the people that are going to be good is obviously like the opposite. So people that are like headstrong, okay, this is going to work no matter what. This is all a learning opportunity, and see it as that. This is the people that are going to find the most success, I believe.
I love that answer. I love that answer. Well, this has probably been one of my favorite interviews, getting a better understanding of your mentality, getting a better understanding of what kept you driven, and now reaping the benefits and getting the results that you're looking for, and now using this as your primary income. So I just want to say I appreciate you being a part of my family. I can't wait to continue to keep grinding together, and just want to appreciate you for your time.
Thank you so much for everything, Alex.
The value in this video was crazy, wasn't it? She broke down exactly what it means to jump right into it and start your side hustle. No one but yourself can stop you from succeeding. It's all about taking the first step. And speaking of taking the first step, it's time for me to announce the winner of the free one-on-one consulting call from last week's video. And the winner of the free consulting call is Ken Z. Ken, congratulations on winning. Reach out to me on my Instagram at AC_Hampton. Let me know that you won. We can hop on a Zoom call, look over your products, look over your ads, and help you out in any way way possible. And don't forget that if you want the opportunity to win next week, all you have to do is in the comment section below, comment the word Supreme Ecom with your biggest takeaway from this video. I hope that you enjoyed this video and you were able to get some insight on some strategies that you can implement on your own store. I want to be able to feature you next. So remember, if you're having any questions at all, head over to my Instagram at AC_Hampton and DM me the word YouTube so I can provide solutions to any problems, as it's not about how much money you can make in this world, but how much knowledge you can teach others to change their life. DM me the word YouTube if you're feeling stuck at all. I look forward to helping you next. Continue to keep grinding each and every single day. This is AC with Supreme Ecom, and I'm out.
They gon' want a piece when you got it like that. Like Jake said, we gon' spend it, get it right back. Stack that internet money till the site crash. They on